Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of Sephora makeup. So I went to the USA this year and I picked up loads of goodies from Sephora and Ulta and I just loved it. You know, I love the makeup, I'm here for it. And I basically have enough for a full face bar three products, which is a primer, a brow pencil and a setting spray. But I made sure that I picked from my collection brands that you could get at Sephora. So technically it's still a full face of Sephora makeup, okay? I'll hear nothing of the sorts otherwise. Let me bring you in a little bit closer, maybe like this close. And I don't really want this video to be 30 years long. Watch it be 35 years long, now I've said that. But I just want to kind of put things on my face, give you my first impressions and just see where we can go with a full face of Sephora makeup. I've got some bits that I'm so excited to try out. Specifically the complexion, so let's just dive straight into it. This little baby, the Huda Beauty colour corrector, the faux filter colour corrector. Now, I have been warned by the internet that this will leak and it will go horrific. She has just updated the packaging of this so that it shouldn't do that. If I love this and we fall in love and we run off into the sunset together, I'll repurchase it and make sure it's in the new packaging. So this is in the shade Cherry Blossom. I have quite purpley blue like inner corners where you maybe you can probably see it. It's a bit later in the day, but particularly in the morning, oh my god, I look like a zombie. I'm gonna try and keep this as stood up as possible so it doesn't leak. We'll see. I recently tried out the Maybelline Age Rewind pink color corrector. Oh my god, that is very pink. And I really liked that one. It was like a really good shade match for me in terms of like the right tone of pink for my face. This is very pink. okay. That's the color corrector. The consistency of it, beautiful, thin, blendable, stunning. We love it. For primer, I'm gonna go into the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow face primer. I didn't pick up a primer from Sephora, so I'm just gonna use one from a brand that I know is available there. I've obviously put the colour corrector on before the primer. I don't know why I've done that. That wasn't a special choice. I'm just an idiot and I forgot. I'm not going to put a lot down anyway. I just wanted a little bit just to kind of make my cheeks and my forehead tacky anyway for my foundation, which I'm so excited for. I think this is going to be a touch pale for me, but I would always much prefer going too pale or like one shade paler in a foundation than one shade darker and then it just being like a whole thing. So I've got the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation in the shade 040 Fair Neutral. I am like a light rather than a fair, but the light looked a bit dark. So let's just do a couple of pumps in the back of my hand and let's see. It's okay, like it's the right tone, but yeah, it is a little bit light for me. Ooh, this is like a good medium coverage at the moment. It might be that it goes full coverage when you build it or full coverage with a brush. But with a dampened sponge, this is looking like a really nice medium coverage. Now you can see the pink of the eyes. Look at that. Now you can really see it. I feel like this is actually a really good shade match for me. It's a little bit pale, like it's not showing on camera that it's like a hair off, like it's a hair too light. But honestly, I would rather bronze, blush, the rest of it. There's only certain times when I want a foundation to properly like shade match me and shade match my face, and that's when I'm not putting any other makeup on. And that's like a very serum-y based foundation. So something that's like medium to full coverage, I would always rather it be a tiny bit paler because I'm more likely to put the bronze, the blush, you know, defining the eyes and all of that. So that was one pump. My skin is looking really nice. Really nice. I might put more on, but let's just see. Let's go into the Haus Labs concealer. This is in the shade 01 Fair Neutral. I know that this is too light for me, but I didn't know what was a girl to do, okay? What was a girl to do? Yes, this is a little bit too pale. It's fine. I was having a panic because essentially I spent like £100 on two bloody products, foundation and concealer. These are so expensive, and yet again I'd rather go paler than darker because a too dark concealer is just not going to get used, whereas too light, at least if it's nice, I can use it in the inner corner and as like an eyeshadow primer. So if nothing else, it would be used. This is just a tiny bit too light than what I prefer, but that's okay. It's okay. Oh girl, that is smooth. There's a part of me that's hoping that I'm just going to like this foundation and not love it because it's so expensive. Like I'm talking 40, 50 quid for that foundation. It's not cheap. I only own a couple of expensive foundations at that price tag, and it's usually like an annual treat for myself, or a foundation that I've been really pining after, and this was one of them. Honestly, the concealer wasn't any cheaper. I think the concealer was like £30 as well. So let's just not think about it too much, please. These two products feel really, really buildable. Really buildable. And actually, hats off to the Huda Beauty colour corrector, because it's not making either of them look cakey either. Honestly, that looks really nice. Like I'm looking quite pale at the moment, as we've already discussed, but so far my skin is looking really smooth. Really smooth. I was going to pick up the Milk setting spray, but to be honest with you, I'd already spent so much money, and it was getting to the point where I was like, I can't buy everything. I cannot buy everything. So I just had to like prioritize bits I truly wanted. So I'm going to go into the Benefit Professional Super Setter setting spray. They do sell Benefit at Sephora, so you can get your hands on this one. This is nice. Inhaling it. This is nice. This is a nice setting spray. I use it often. It's just like a nice hydrator. Does it, oh God, does it hit the back of my lungs? Yes. I find that this setting spray really just hydrates and helps all of the makeup like merge together. I love layering setting spray in between like my steps of my makeup. So like bronzer and blusher and highlight will go on next, and then I'll like setting spray again. And like, I just like to kind of layer it up. I just find that everything looks less cakey and more like melted into the skin. And next up we have bronzer, and I am so excited to be playing around with this. I have been pining after this bronzing stick since it came out, basically, for literally like years now. I think it's been like, what, 2-3 years since this bronzer stick came out, and I didn't know what shade I was, and I wanted to swatch it in person, but of course in the UK, a little bit difficult to do that. I've got mine in the shade Bright Side, which is good because I thought I was going to buy the shade Soul, and I bought the shade Lighter. So I'm going to just take this on a brush and just stipple and do like a bronzer, so doing it in the hollows but like bringing it up as if it were bronzer. I normally go in between drawing bronzer on my face and then taking it off the brush, just to kind of see how I like to, you know, like how I like to apply it. Because interestingly, sometimes you get more consistency drawing it on the face and you've got like a constant stream of product, but then it's too much and it goes everywhere. And sometimes taking it on the brush can make it look a bit patchy, depending on how it blends. This is like touch patchy taking it on the back of the brush, but that's fine. You live and you learn. Am I still the only one that does this when I put bronzer on? Is that like really 10 years ago of me? Like, I don't care, dude. I'm gonna carry on doing it. I like it. I want to just take my sponge that I was using for my foundation, nothing on it, and I'm just gonna tidy up where that bronzer like might have come down a little bit into my jowly area, because I think that looks really untidy when that happens. Okay, so for blush, I've got this cute little like trio, if I can open the damn thing. This cute little trio from Sephora. This is the 02 Sunset Chaser, and look how cute this looks. You've got a cream and then two little powder situation happening. I'm just gonna take the same brush that I used the bronzer on. I'm just gonna take the excess off my wrists, because, you know, profesh over here. Let's just go straight in. Are we ready? Oh, okay. She's pigmented. She's pigmented. Wait. Let's just take some of that off. It's a really pretty colour. My goodness, this is very pigmented. Like, I don't really feel like I went in a lot. Like, I didn't swirl my brush around. I just went tap, 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 tap a couple of times. And take like the clean bit of my sponge and just kind of pat around. Just take any excess off, really. Especially like here. Cute colour though. Like the colour. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush, and I really want to try like the powders. I shouldn't have closed it. I shouldn't have closed it. I think because it's got a cream in, it's like extra tight, but it is wrecking my nails every time I try to get in there. I'm just gonna kind of swish, like just kind of pat around a bit. Hopefully this like seals it in or something, I don't know. Pretty colour. I love it. I love colours like this, like corally, peachy. I love it. For highlighter, I have the Rare Beauty highlighter in Exhilarate. Honestly, like, how beautiful are these compacts? How beautiful are they? Stunning. I'm really happy that I got to be able to play around with the product in store, because it doesn't mean that I have to sort of wait to ever go back to the US to go pick up this US makeup. Like, it is available in the UK. Oh, hello. It is available in the UK, but most of it's online only, and you just can't get to know the product. You can't swatch it or like know the tones or the colours of things. So the fact that I know now that this highlighter is like my shade, I could probably go a shade lighter and one shade darker, and it wouldn't feel like a risk ordering it online. This is really lovely. I'm going in for like a second very thin layer. Ooh, baby. Oh, I want to do my brows off camera because I hate doing my brows on camera, but I do just want to show you what I'm using. I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty brow pencil. What is this actually called? Bomb Brows pencil in 2 neutral blonde, and then I've got a little baby sample of the Benefit Precisely My Brow Wax. So I'm gonna go away quickly and just do my brows, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back and the brows are done. I actually really like this pencil. The only thing I actually detest about this packaging is that both ends are different sizes, which means if you accidentally jam on the shorter end on your pencil, you've blunted your pencil. And also because they're like diamond shape, I spend ages like twisting it around trying to turn it on. Apart from that though, the pencil itself is stunning. And the Precisely My Brow wax gel in the shade 4 was a little bit too dark for me. Like, I've just been very, very careful with it. But my brows are looking like not so bad anyway, because I gave them like a trim, a little shave. Like, they're looking kind of shapely anyway. They just needed a bit more definition. So happy with that. Before I go into eyes though, I want to apply a lip because I just wanna. I got this little birthday, what is it, like birthday add-on? Sephora Beauty Insider free gift, not for resale. But it came with the little Mario duo, Make It by Mario. So I've got the lip pencil in Ultra Suede Rich Mauve. Let's put this on. Okay, I don't know how even that is, but we're gonna run with it. That was a nice lip pencil, but nothing to write home about, if I'm perfectly honest. And then we got the, what are these called? Rosewood Glow, the Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serums. So this is supposed to be like a matching colour. Oh, I thought that was gonna be harder than it was. Okay, absolutely buggered to the end of that. So I'm just gonna push it out with my finger. I did not know it was gonna be that like wet. I think it's probably just melted a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. It's fine. Tastes like candy floss. There's something tingling in these, by the way. It's not horrific, but there is something tingling and I can feel it. I can feel it. I think it's probably the plumping situation, is it not? Yeah, plumping lip serum. It's not, like when I say it's tingly, it just feels like I've got toothpaste, you know, and it's like that minty feeling. It's not like burning at all, it's just tingly. If you're really, really sensitive, maybe you wouldn't like this, but as someone who doesn't enjoy that sensation on my lips, this is absolutely bearable, absolutely manageable. It's like a nice tingle. It feels like a fresh tingle. Nice colour though, very, very me colour, very me colour. For eyes, I'm so super excited to try out this Make It by Mario Ethereal Eyes Moonlight eyeshadow palette. So I've got this little 12 pan here, which is Gorgina, and then we have the Danessa Myricks 6 pan, which I picked up, which I can't open it, which is like the little pastel number. I don't know what I want to do. I'm wondering if I can like combine the two. I don't know how I'd combine them though. They're kind of quite different. Maybe we don't combine them. Maybe we'll just save Danessa for another day. I actually have no idea what I want to apply on my eyes. Do I want to go for something just quite neutral and natural? I'm thinking maybe we can do these 3 shimmers, like this in the inner corner, then this in the outer corner, and then just like blend some of these shades and then maybe one of those. I'm gonna point to the shade, bring you in a little bit closer, point to the shade, and then just speed this up with a bit of music. I expect us to do a smoky eye? No, I did not. Do I like it? Yes, I do. I didn't labour myself over this. You know, if I was going to go out with this sort of smoky eye, I'd probably take a bit more care. But I mean, to be honest with you, I had some fun playing around with this. I thought I was going to lean into these like browns, and then I was like, no, do you know what? Let's just go for a little black greyish coal smoky eye, and I'm not mad at it. It's really pretty. For mascara, I'm going to go into the Benefit Bounce Bad Gal Bounce mascara. I have actually already tried this, so this isn't a first impressions. I am preparing a video with this is taking part, okay? This is taking part, and I have tried this mascara twice now. It's okay. It's the type of mascara that I have to get used to, I think, and it's like one of those things that could potentially be one of my favourites one day, but it's quite a deal to try and get on your lashes, because you've got like this, is it gonna maybe focus on my forehead? Is that focusing now? You can see the rubber bristles there, and then it's got like the natural bristles on the bottom. So it's like a 2-part brush. I just can't get the hang of it. So it might be my user error, but I just struggle with it a little bit, knowing what piece goes first. Is it silicone first and then natural brush, or the other way around? I'm not sure. Okay, and this is the final look. Let me zoom you out. And then we'll take off my little clips. I actually feel like this look is uber cute. I do look a bit like Chewbacca with my hair. I need to get a haircut. Seriously bad. What was my favourite out of all of this? The complexion for me is just like, I'm speechless. Like, my face looks naturally matte. It doesn't look luminous at all. I have got dry skin, so actually for me matte foundations are not always that great. Even luminous matte ones do tend to make me look quite dry, and I've got to be very careful about what I pair it with. But my skin looks really good, and it's not creasing into any fine lines. I've got like these beautiful, wonderful head wrinkles that I've developed in the last year. Let's just not even talk about it. And then I also get kind of bad 11sies here, and it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad at all. Honestly, maybe this was worth the money, dare I say it. Both the concealer and the foundation, I'm really looking forward to playing around with again. Probably not on a daily basis because it is quite expensive, but I'm looking forward to playing around with this again and wearing it the entire day, seeing what it's like with like sweat, things like that. Because this could be an amazing like event foundation duo, something that I wear for special times. And then we shall seal it all in with a bit of setting spray. I really like this one. I think I talked about it already, but it's just like a nice hydrating setting spray. Let me zoom you in as well so you can look at my face. There's some absolute microscopic black dots on the top of my cheeks, and I'm not sure if that's the mascara or the eyeshadow. I have a feeling it's the mascara. I don't know if you can see them on my cheeks. Like, there is literally a tiny one there. Don't know if you can see it. Like I said, if anyone's that close to my face where they can see it, I'm more concerned about that rather than the mascara or whatever it is on my cheeks. But the eyeshadow itself, like, look, it's really blended in nicely. Again, I didn't try hard, okay? I wasn't here to lock in for like 2 hours. I'm not that bothered. But it's really nice. I think the payoff of it's lovely. They all blended together nicely, and I've got like a nice metallic smoky eye. I really like it. My brows are looking fire. Absolutely very impressed with that. But my skin as well. Like, honestly, look at that highlight, the blush, the bronze. It's all looking really smooth, really nice. I sometimes have issues around like my mouth, it getting like creasy here, or like drying, or I just get like a lot of texture here as well because I get hair and I have to shave the peach fuzz. But it's not clinging to anything, and I feel like it covered nicely. It is definitely a medium coverage foundation. You could probably make it full, but you can definitely see like my little freckly moles underneath, and you can see a little bit of like my skin texture here. I quite like that. I'm kind of over the full coverage Porcelain Doll foundation just because I like to see my face, but this is as full coverage as I'd probably like to go, which is fine with me because I can actually still see my skin and it looks more perfecting rather than a mask. But hopefully that's helpful, giving you this zoomed up view. Oh God, look at those wrinkles. These weren't here last year. What is going on? Am I gonna have to do Botox before 30? And that was it. That was my full face of makeup from Sephora. I actually really enjoyed playing around with some new pieces, some new brands specifically, and I'm really interested to try out more from Rare Beauty and Haus Laboratories. Haus Laboratories. Really intrigued to try more from those brands. I think Makeup by Mario for me is like, ooh, I feel like I just want to swatch everything in real life before I commit to buying it online, though if it was on a discount, I'd feel less worried about taking that leap of faith to purchasing it. But yeah, I just feel like those three brands specifically, Mario, Rare Beauty and Haus Labs, I just feel like it was a really good chance for me to try out something new, which I'm very excited about. I do have a load more makeup that I did pick up from that haul, and I think I'm just gonna try and rope it into like a chatty get rid of me or something like that. I also do want to try like my full face of drugstore Ulta makeup as well. I don't know if I necessarily have a full face, but I know I have foundation and I have like the under eye corrector and the blush and mascara and things like that. So I might have a full-ish face and be able to kind of do what I've done today and just substitute a few things that you can get at Ulta. Maybe that's like a kind of a cheaty way. I mean, also Charlotte Tilbury's available at Ulta, so that would be kind of cheaty if I like sneak peeked my Charlotte Tilbury makeup in there as well. Let me know. What would you like to see? Would you like to see a drugstore as in affordable makeup from Ulta, or would you just like to see brands available at Ulta? Let a girl know, because I'll film what you would prefer to see. Thumbs the video up if you have enjoyed. Let me know if you own any of this makeup, what your thoughts are. Do you own anything else from Haus Labs, Rare Beauty or Makeup by Mario? What are your recommendations? What do you think? I am really interested in some of the Rare Beauty blushes. Oh, they just look so stunning. And the Haus Labs highlighter, I was so tempted, but I was like, oh my God, enough. I can't pick up everything. So let me know if you've got some real like star home run products that you love and you think that I need, because girl, I don't need convincing. I'm the worst shopper. I don't need an arm twisting. I'm like, I need it. Okay, I buy it. I'm the worst. Thank you so much for watching once again. I really do hope you've enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already and ring the bell because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload. I hope you take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.